Alright guys, I'm back for another episode of Super Mario Maker 2 to begin episode number, of course, 2 of the Custom World series. Recently, we just showcased all the Custom World levels in World 1 last time. Now we're back to now begin all the custom levels of World 2 this time around, which went through a major change. But you'll see what I mean as soon as we get into this. Anyway, let's go ahead and begin this episode. Okay. World 2 has gone through some major changes in comparison to the previous time we went through it, as it's now became the official desert world of this game. Since of course, back in the previous Super Mario Maker, it wasn't anything too special. Well, now it became a desert world now. So, beginning off in World 2-1, this is the simplest out of the levels we got so far in World 2, and as expected, this level has some fire bars, monumentals, bombs, and other obstacles in your way. It's not anything too crazy, but you know. Anyway, the main objective of this particular level is you need to beat it with 3 Paragoombas defeated. And the second one can be a bit tricky as there's invisible blocks in that little trap he's in, but you just need a Buzzy Beetle shell to get rid of it, but you'll see as soon as we get into this. Reach the goal after defeating all 3 Paragoombas. Alright, onwards we go to World 2-2, which contains a returning enemy from Super Mario Bros. 3, the Angry Sun. Now, the objective of this level is a little different compared to the last one, but yeah. Other than that, you just have to avoid the Angry Sun throughout the entire level, and it's not that bad of a level. We're going to use Toad for this level, and this is also the first level in this entire run that has a seesaw platform. So keep that in mind. Anyway, let's get to it. Reach the goal after defeating all 2 Monty Moles. Let's try that again. Alright, World 2-3 is another Propeller Mushroom challenge, similar to that of the last one that we encountered in World 1, but it's a little bit different. This time you have to go down the mushroom gauges instead of going up like in the first challenge. It is slightly a bit more difficult, but it goes through the same process like the last one. You only have 2 chances to screw up at some point, and in the end, you don't get any, so yeah. Reach the goal as Propeller Luigi. Let's get to it. Alright, onto World 2's tower. Now there's nothing much I can say about this particular tower. It didn't really change from the last time we went through it. So overall it's kind of the same like the previous tower did, with the same para enemies and such like that. Para Bowser Jr. will be your mini-boss here. And I'm going to switch things up a notch. Normally I would play as Mario, but I'm going to play as Toadette for this tower. Just to make a slight change. But anyway, let's get to it. Reach the goal after defeating Para Bowser Jr. Okay, World 2-4 is a little different from the previous levels in the world, as this level presents a different challenge. This is another 100-second level just like the previous two we've encountered in World 1, but this one functions a bit differently. You need to beat this level without touching the ground at all throughout this stage. And the only way you can do so is because there is ground at the bottom, you need to use those swinging claws to get to the end of the level, otherwise you won't be able to finish up this level anytime soon. Which is also the reason that I couldn't put any items in the question mark blocks or anything, so I had to put them on the ground to make it easier for you to collect them. So just be careful. Anyway, let's go. Reach the goal without landing after leaving the ground. Luigi. Okay, so since we completed Luigi for that other level, moving on to World 2's Ghost House. Now this is something new for World 2, as in the previous Super Mario Maker, that World 2 didn't really have a ghost house, but for the first time, this World 2 is indeed having a ghost house. Now, in any case, this ghost house functions the same like most of the other ones. It's basically a puzzle maze kind of level, as you need to figure out which question mark block has a key. And you need to defeat this level once you get to the end where the last Boo is located. And you just need to defeat that Boo, okay? Not the other Boos in the level, just that specific Boo. Anyway, I'm going to use Toad for this one, so let's go. Reach the goal after defeating at least one Boo. Okay, next up is World 2-5, and this follows through the same logic as World 1-6 from earlier, as this level is a harder variation of World 2-2, but is a lot harder. Basically, not only does it take place at night like the last level that I talked about, there's also a sandstorm that hit this particular desert stage. And as such, a moon has came over for this exact occasion. But here is the catch. Because there's no fire flower in the stage at all, and because you need to beat it without taking damage anyway, you need to wait until you get to the very end of the level so that you can get rid of those piranha plants that are near the end of the level. Otherwise, it's not going to count. And the second one in particular is going to get a little bit more annoying, and you'll see as soon as we get into there. Now, there are fewer bombs, unlike before, and the platforms here are much longer than the ones from the previous one, making things much easier to get hit. So, you'll need to be careful in this one. Reach the goal without taking damage. Alright, finally to wrap World 2 up, we got World 2's castle. Now this one has a major change in comparison to the previous time we went through it. Now, if you remember from the first Super Mario Maker game, you should remember that the custom world boss for World 2 in that one was a big Parawiggler. Well, that was changed in this one. Kamek is now serving as the main boss of this particular castle, which is a big change from that last castle that we went through. He still uses the same final boss music as before, so nothing too big out of the ordinary. Anyway, let's go. Reach the goal while holding a P-switch. Same like last time. Alright guys, that's about everything I have to cover for this episode. I hope you guys enjoy episode number 2 of the series. It was not that lengthy of an episode, I gotta say, but yeah. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I'll see you next time when I come back for World 3, of course. So until next time, I'll see you guys later. Until next time, folks, bye.